Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be going through upcoming Gacha games for February 2024 with a couple that are launching towards the end of January as well that we'll mention, and also going to look at some betas, some pretty good betas that I am looking forward to. As always, if I do miss anything, please leave it in the comments, and if there's some good ones, I will leave a pinned comment, but there are always a bunch of like little games that don't really drive much interest, and I don't include absolutely every single game on this list, but if there's big ones I miss, you guys let me know. Okay, so the first game on this list is one that I didn't make this video for January. I was away for holidays, so I didn't get to make this video, but this one released on, I believe it was January 25, so you can play it right now, and that is Atelier Resleriana. Dude, I can't say the name very well. But this one is a turn-based game. I have seen some other content creators making content on it. It just didn't strike me as one that I wanted to play myself. The graphic style doesn't look horrible. A little bit dated, a bit washed out in the presentation, and it's just, once again, just me personally, it didn't strike me as something that I really wanted to jump into. Even though I do normally love jumping into new games, I just didn't quite get into it, but it looks quite reasonable. I haven't seen any horrible, impressions of it from other people, so pretty decent. Plenty of content creators, like I said, out there that have some videos on it if you want to check it out. But that is Atelier. Ain't gonna say the second word. Next, we have another game in January, but this one is on the 31st, and that is One Punch Man World by Crunchyroll. Now, this one scares me because My Hero Academia, The Strongest Hero, which launched probably 2 years ago, they just absolutely destroyed the global version. One Punch Man World, I don't believe there's been any other foreign versions. There was a beta, and that's about it. So I'm very tentative on this one. I am going to play it. I think it will be a lot of fun, especially for at least a week or two. How long I play it, I don't know. It will depend on how well it's delivered and how fun it is. But it does have that very similar model to what My Hero Academia, The Strongest Hero had, where you got like the world. It's not completely open. It's more enclosed type world that you can go ahead and you can roam around. And then you get into combat, which is action-based combat. But from what I've seen, it does look very similar to that My Hero Academia, The Strongest Hero, which I personally loved until they butchered the global version. So that's why I'm optimistic and I want to play this one, but I'm also skeptical on how good it will be. So we'll have to wait and see. But if you do want to play this one, I will be making some videos on it from January 31st, which is when it is due for release. Okay, so the next one on this list is not an actual new release, but it's like a complete revamp. So I thought it warrants giving it some attention, and that is Honkai Impact 3rd Part 2. Now, I don't play Honkai Impact 3rd personally, so I just did a little bit of research into this. Anyone who is a massive Honkai Impact 3rd player, please leave in the comments any additional information that you guys have. But from what I found is that this is happening with their version 7.3 update, which is expected on the Chinese servers on February 1, but later in February for global. That's what I found. Correct me if I am wrong on that, but essentially they've done a massive overhaul of the game, the graphics, the combat, the systems, everything like that, and there's trailers on it, there's people that have made videos on it, so if you're interested in jumping in, you can go look at that. I think this is a really interesting play, and I'm curious to see how Hoyo market this, because it feels like they put a lot of effort into this one. And besides people in the comments of my upcoming games for 2024 and stuff like that, I didn't really know too much that this was going on, so I'm curious to see if they market it and whether this is going to be a sort of revamp where they try and get a bunch of new players in, and how easily accessible it is to new players to, get into the experience of it when you're starting on a fresh account. So I might jump into this when it does happen and check it out. But like I said, I never really played Honkai Impact 3rd except for the launch week when it came out for a little bit. So I don't have too much of a great comparison to compare it to. But from what I've heard from people, it is looking like being a big improvement for the game, which is always good to see. Next, we have Asteris, which is due on Feb 27. Now, this one is actually a paid game, and I'm not too sure if it is going to be a gacha game, whether it has additional payments. I don't think it will. Don't quote me on that. This is a very interesting one. I saw my mate Chaotic making videos on this, so definitely check him out if you're interested in this one. It's about a $10 paid game, and like I said, I think that's it, and then you get the entire game. They describe it as a turn-based real-time game. So I don't know too much about it. I'll be leaving the trailer playing in the background, but this is definitely one that's interesting to me in this whole paid game idea, and I'm curious to see how much of a complete game it is, how much game time you get out of it, whether there's replayability and stuff like that. So I may jump into this one at the end of Feb, but it depends what other games I'm playing at the time and how busy I am. If not, I'll just be checking up with my mate Chaotic to see what's going on in this one. But that is Asteris, a paid game coming on Feb 27. Now we're jumping into February beta releases, and honestly, I'm more excited about the beta releases for February than any of the games we've just gone through. The big one obviously being Wuthering Waves. This game is so highly anticipated. I am going to be playing this over on my other channel where I currently play Honkai Star Rail. I just think this game is so well catered towards what I am looking for from a game, and I think it will have the casual aspects for replayability for me, whilst also having enough challenge to keep me entertained in that aspect. And I am really looking forward to this one. We will have to see how it gets delivered, but hopefully we can get into the beta for this one and bring you guys a bunch of content on it. If I do get into the beta, I'll probably be doing daily streams and daily content on it, because like I said, I think this game is going to be probably the best game of 2024 if I had to choose my most anticipated game, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what this beta brings. They've said that there will be no voice acting in the beta, but they do have it ready for the full release. So that's about all that I think is going to be left out of this one, unless they get other feedback and they need to change some other things. So I am once again really hoping that this one will deliver in the beta and get me even more hyped for the full release, because I want another game that I can just really sink my teeth into, grind it out, and have a ton of fun. I always do like the new game experience as well, but with Wuthering Waves having a quote-unquote shiny Pokemon type feature, and I used to always hunt shinies in Pokemon, I am super excited for that, if nothing else, in this game. So that is Wuthering Waves, expecting the beta. The sign-up period is ongoing now. It ends in early Feb, so we can expect probably around mid-Feb we will get that beta, and like I said, I'm looking forward to it. So the final one on our list is AFK Journey, coming in with what I believe will be their final beta test in February. Now, for those that don't know, I've played AFK Arena over on my first YouTube channel for the last 4 to 5 years. Yes, I have 3 channels. One's AFK Arena, soon to be AFK Journey as well. One's Honkai Star Rail, soon to be Wuthering Waves as well. And then everything else is going on this channel. So AFK Journey, it's looking really good. They had a beta test about a month ago, which completely revamped everything from their previous build that they had, and it looked really good. They got a lot more generous with growth materials and stuff like that. They completely changed the story around, added a ton of voice acting and stuff like that. So this one is an idle game. I personally really do enjoy the idle games, and I'm looking forward to this beta. I'm going to play a lot of this beta and make a bunch of videos from it as well. And then obviously play the game once it does release. But this is one I am personally excited about and looking forward to see what this beta has to offer. So that is going to be it for Feb 2024. Like I said, if I did miss anything that you're really excited for, put it in the comments and I'll make a pinned comment with anything additional. And if the games look good enough and I want to play them, I will obviously make videos. But like I said, One Punch Man World is the main one in this little period that I am going to be playing, alongside the Wuthering Waves and AFK Journey beta when they release, if I get into them. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.